to talk about the types of fat. Now, I really should. I think one day I'm going to do a live and I'm going to walk around the supermarket that is basic as frack and show you what kind of fat, what kind of macros, what kind of protein you can do when you're not in Los Angeles with ventures, organic stuff and all that. So welcome everyone. Get a sip of water before we do this deep dive. Water is so good. Can you guys hear me okay? Sound check, sound check. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Before we get started, replay people, I need to make sure that the sound is working. It's loud in the background. Well, I'll make it short. You guys can hear it. Hold on. Let me take these out. Hold on, guys. Okay, is the sound better, guys? Yes? No? What's the sound like right now? All right, let's talk about the fat. Hi, everybody. Now, the fat that gave me the best results was butter. Oh, it's good now. Okay. I had to take these out. You spend like $300 on these things and they don't work. Okay. It's a little hot in Texas. Just 100 degrees, and then the heat index is probably 110. Okay. The fat that really transformed my body was butter, and that's because it has linoleic acid in it. It's got omega-3s in it. It also has 6, but it has 3s, linoleic acid, which is so important for your immune system to burn, right? To burn fat that you don't need. It also has vitamin D, A, and K, but it has a lot of vitamin D in it, which is so good. Now, a lot of people have histamine intolerance because there is 1 or 2% or 1% of the protein still left in that butter. Hey guys. And a lot of you guys are reacting to it. So the next fat that I think is a tie between lard and tallow. And that's because you have different things in it. So lard is, I think it's 48% mono unsaturated fat. It has oleic acid in it, and then olive oil has, which they think is so good for you, olive oil has 77%. What's up from Western Australia? Too bad I can't go there anymore. But I think there's a tie because lard has a lot of selenium in it, and a lot of you thyroid women, you really need, oh, from New Zealand, what is up today? Awesome. A lot of you women need, and it also has, tallow has, I believe that lard actually has a little bit of zinc in it. So I really think that there's certain properties in the food, in the fat, that is so important for you guys to keto adapt, that you have to look down the nutritional breakdown of all these foods to go, okay, well, what if I have a thyroid disorder? What if I'm low vitamin D? Which fats, like tallow, is going to give you a good amount of D? Sorry guys, it's the Wi-Fi here. Okay, let me know if the live gets really blotchy and sketchy. So far, Walmart has the best connection to the towers. So tallow is great for vitamin D. So you guys who have vitamin D deficiency, tallow is going to be really, really good for that. So the fat that I feel that I did, and I've done them all, the lard, the tallow, and the butter. The fat that I feel that I got. Sorry guys, the Wi-Fi is so bad here, so I'm stream soon. Can't get a stable line going. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Are we good? Are we bad? How are we with the connection? I'm at the HEB. Okay, good. Good. I keep my cortisol down by, first of all, like small techniques, like get away from your phone, the computer, get away from your television. That's mind control. Facts. Good audio. Okay, good. I don't think it's gonna work. I wanted to go with what the best fat was. You guys are having histamine to butter. If you're reacting to ghee, you have to quit the butter. You just have to, because a little bit of the whey casein is still left. Okay. Is it working? Yeah. Are we good? Yeah. I'll wait for you guys to let me know how the stream's going. People on the replay, this is the life of stuff. These were useless. Good enough. No, it's not. It's not good enough. If you're doing a ketogenic diet or carnivore or low carb high fat, please ditch the olive oil and the avocado oil and go for animal fat. That's the best fat, straight up. Ditch it. Because I just listed some of these things, like you're getting high in vitamin E and vitamin D in tallow and in butter. In lard, you're getting large amounts of selenium and monounsaturated fat, high amounts. But the fat from lard pigs is so good for the brain. So the fact that people are afraid of consuming pork behooves me. It was one of the things that I put my mother on for brain health when she had brain surgery for her glioblastoma. So I think a lot of people are unsuccessful because A, they don't eat enough fat, they're eating tons of protein, and then B, they're not eating animal fat. I mean, animal fat is what helps you keto adapt. The coconut oil, MCT oil, olive oil, none of that stuff does. It's the best fat to digest. And it really depends on the person. The best fat to digest, it depends on if you have enough lipase, an enzyme to break down fat, if you have enough stomach acid, if you have a functioning gallbladder. If your gallbladder is fracked up, then I'd say coconut oil, but it's not very ketogenic because you bypass your gallbladder when you take a medium chain triglyceride. So that would be if you're having problems with the gallbladder. Eating hamburger meat, including grease, yes, is just as good as buying the tallow. Yeah. I mean, the problem with hamburger meat, you guys, is not the hamburger meat. It's the fact that you have to eat a lot of hamburger meat to get enough fat, because you're having fat and protein mixed together. So sometimes when you're trying to get in the fat without upping your protein, you just sort of either render, which is like melt down your own beef fat, buy some butter, or get some lard. No, we don't need to limit our fat. We need to go as high as we can. You keep hearing people say go low on fat. It's because people do not understand. People do not understand how important and the magic of fat is. So I always say go over 200 grams of fat if you're doing keto and carnivore, and around 120 to 150 if you're doing low carb, high fat. Because people who try to limit their fats start to have thyroid, hypoglycemia, and adrenal issues. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. The people too obsessed with losing weight, and they think that the fat is making them fat. It's not the fat. It's your digestive system. It's your pre-existing unstable blood sugar. It's your estrogen dominance and your whacked out hormones. It's not the fat. Fat does not incite insulin. Not like carbohydrates. Adding potassium citrate to my carnivore diet has stopped my constipation. Thanks for the pro tip. Yay! Fasting Chronicles. I'm glad that the potassium citrate did you well. Because probably the constipation came from chronic dehydration from not having his electrolytes balanced. Got to be careful buying lard. Some brands are hydrogenated. Yes. Yes. So try to get some lard from your local butcher if you can. Or go to, or I think that works, hydrogenated pork fat. But here in HE, probably. Okay, sorry guys. I know that people on the replay are going to be freaking out because this stream has been interrupted so many times by duck fat at Walmart. I mean, you could, Mike Kramer. Or you can go to Fatworks. I'm not sponsored by them, but they probably do much better as magnesium citrate also. Magnesium citrate is a form of magnesium that is not as absorbable as glycinate, but it definitely affects the smooth muscle of your bowels, so you can poop a lot easier on glycinate. But some people, citrate. But I'd only just take citrate if I had constipation. Otherwise, it's glycinate first. I've been eating Brazil nuts for the selenium. I wouldn't do that. Yes, lard has selenium. But you know what has a good supply of selenium? Oyster extract. This is desiccated oyster meat. So that has a really good supply of selenium. So does liver. And selenium is really great for your thyroid, FYI. Because you guys need for your thyroid, you need vitamin D, you need selenium, you need zinc, but zinc cannot be taken without copper. So it has to be zinc copper balance. And vitamin C, vitamin D, all for the thyroid. So you're wondering why you can't get your T3 to either be at the level where it should be or it's not getting into the cell. Vitamin C helps T3 get into the cell, and vitamin D helps the production of your thyroid hormone. That's why we're doing this fat and liver and organ meats. It all comes back to the liver. Should I limit my fat intake if, what is it? No, Emma, don't listen to the cholesterol. If you didn't have this cholesterol myth, it's a myth. No. You know what really makes your arteries stiffen and plaque? Sugar, carbs. Yeah, fat just likes to slide through the arteries. It's such garbage. Without cholesterol, if you just took all the cholesterol out of your body, you'd die like that. And our body makes 75% of its own cholesterol from the liver. So then why would we limit that? Our sex hormones are made out of the cholesterol backbone. Sorry, there's flies everywhere. So given that animal fats don't raise insulin, they can, of course they can, especially if you're having a histamine reaction because you're allergic to one of these, it will. But if you don't, it should not. Any food that you eat, you're going to have an insulin response, but you will have a sensitive low response if you're healthy. Fats don't raise insulin. Would that be the best way to lose weight in the right way? High fat meats? Thank you. No, it's not just high fat meat. It's adding fat and becoming keto adapted. That whole understanding of ketosis is gone because people promote weight loss and lie to you guys. No, fat does incite insulin, but nothing like carbs. Nothing. Period. The problem is if your blood sugar is high, right, then your insulin is resisting. And now you've got fat and glucose in your blood via gluconeogenesis. And that, my people, is how you get fat, because the insulin that's over-secreted when you have poor insulin regulation will take everything in the blood and store it. It's not technically the fat that's the problem. It's insulin, and that's a hormone. Don't take zinc supplements. Zinc supplements are poison. So just eat desiccated oyster or liver for your zinc copper balance. I don't actually lose weight, but inches on keto or carnivore keeps me very toned. No, me too. It just does. Like, it just does. It's awesome. Leon, hi. The Vassy Chronicles. So basically, people, if you guys have a problem with your weight or heart, high blood pressure comes from advanced glycation end product from carbs and stress and alcohol and smoking cigarettes. I already did. I'm in a damn supermarket, okay, in Texas. Wrong place to flex, even though I did it. Gelatinized red maca? Nah, I don't have thoughts. I'd say no. I've never heard of red maca, but I've heard of maca, so I just say no. We keep it simple. Thanks, guys, for the likes, by the way. We are. We're not in Hollywood anymore. So I really like the fact that butter has lauric acid in it. And that really, really helps your hormones, your metabolism. You don't store lauric acid as a medium chain triglyceride. You don't really store it. But it also has polys, it has mono, it's got mucus and saturates. It's got omega-3s in it, linoleic acid in it. It's really good butter. High in vitamin D. And that's if you don't react to it. That's the best one for the gains. A lot of people who are suffering from depression do very well on lard and butter. Really good for brain. Yo, Ray, yo, I skated with Ray before Ray was any name at all. Yo, of course I skated with Ray Barbie lots of times back in SJ. Yeah, yep, I know Ray very well. Barbie. We actually did a commercial together for the X Games, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago. So I can go and find that commercial, but yeah, we're both on it. The best fat for candida is anything with lauric acid in it, so that'd be coconut oil or butter. But coconut oil has lauric acid in it, and lauric acid just, candida does not like lauric acid. So. What about Greek butter? That's mostly, I think that is sheep or goats, and nah. I had a book deal, you guys, but I tore up the contract because I didn't like the contract. So now I'm going to self-publish, but every time that I'm going to finish the book, I do something stupid like buy a horse or move to Texas, and I don't know anybody. Love my butter. Vitamin D levels are good all now. Exactly, because when you're trying to up your vitamin D levels, people, a lot of you guys are on those pills that are awful for your kidney and liver. Especially your kidneys. I've gotten 2 women who developed kidney damage from high levels of vitamin D capsules. You can get your vitamin D from food, and you can get your vitamin D from the sun, because my ass is super black right now because I've been outside of the horse. Normally, I am a lot lighter than this. Yeah, Shell. People just take those supplements like they're Tic Tacs. They're awful. Can't eat avocados when I do like a punch through that. That's because of histamine. Yeah, I have a latex allergy. You see, my first ward was a OG hawk cow. Mine was too. Mine was one of the ones where you had the hawk skull on it. Second was Ray Barbie, much respect. Yes. Girl goes way back. I'm actually in the second PAL video, Future Primitive. Yeah, so I knew Ray before he was even sponsored. The way to stop a butter reaction is to heal the gut wall. I've explained this to you guys, that when your walls are open instead of tight, you're having a histamine reaction to that. So you got to get sleep. You got to rotate your foods. You have to clean up your diet. You have to sleep between, especially 9 and 3 a.m. so the gut wall can heal. Organ meats, vitamins. I was taking vitamin D in the winter. No, get a Spirita. I think it's called Spirita Vitamin D3 lamp. Do not take this damn supplement. Thanks. And I was like, yeah, I'm a little badass. I refuse to get old, as you can see. What are your thoughts on HRTs? Awful. Never take HRTs. They're restore your gut. So if you want to tighten that gut wall, HRTs, which is hormone replacement therapy, like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, is the worst. Okay, I'm turning 54 soon. Full natty, full muscles. Look, people, you need to get your sleep in order. You need to get your adrenal system in order, because your adrenals will still pump out sex hormones if you've gone through menopause. And for women who haven't, and men, y'all, come on, know your HRTs. Every time I try to eliminate carbs gains, I throw up. Just wait. Every time I try to eliminate carbs, I throw up just meat and dairy on myself. Because Shell, you're doing it really not good. So you guys have a calendar. You can book a consultation, and I will teach you how to do this the right way without throwing up. It's pretty simple for me, because I've just worked with so many people. Okay, guys. It is like 100 degrees today. I'm near a window with all the heat to drink lemon water and take collagen. Now, I don't take collagen anymore because it has oxalates and glutamate in it. I used to take collagen all the time. Now I'll just eat collagen, like from oxtail, but I'm not doing the powder. Not good. All right, guys, we're almost at 30 minutes. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's time to go. don't forget to go to my girl Carnivore Yogi's channel and give her some love as well. Do you recommend eating twice a day? No, I recommend eating like 5 times a day. Keep the blood sugar stable instead of this. Because a lot of you guys have insulin glucagon problems. You can't stabilize your blood sugar and you're like this. Especially with the fat fasting, people don't even know what's going on with their blood sugar before trying to do intermittent fasting. They whack out their adrenals, whack out their thyroid, it's a mess. You create a thing called pregnenolone steal your DHEA, and throw you into menopause faster. Facts. Thank you, Emma. I am definitely trying. You guys see I'm trying. If I'm doing lives in a damn supermarket when I used to be in the comforts of my own apartment, you know I'm working for you. Yes. So check the butter. Try if butter's not working. You can start off with other fats like tallow. People react like tallow. Thank you for fasting chronicles. You're so sweet. You can go from tallow, go to lard. And if you're having problems with histamine with all the fats, you might have to go low carb, high fat, and then add small amounts of fat back in your diet until that gut wall heals, and you can add more of it back in. Later Gator, which I also know Mark Gator Rogowski very well, but that's another story. Okay, guys. Don't forget to go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, to my Facebook, which is Stephanie, or book a consultation at stephanieperson.com. We're doing my course, keto course, low carb, high fat, and carnivore at stephanieperson.com. Nice to see you, Dawn. She's off stage. I think she was on the first page, or still is. All right, guys. Bye. Almost 54 facts.